Hello everybody, this is Bob here, and welcome to a special exhibition race in the 2020-21 NROL Skittles Cup Series season. This is the 2021 Clash at Daytona. That is right, it is that time of the year again. It is time for some Clash racing. We did this race last year and it was interesting, but it's time to bring it back this year in a more of an interesting form, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, yeah, we got 27 drivers who have done various things. We got winners from last year, winners from this year, along with some Daytona 500 winners, and some playoff drivers from last year as well. So, this should be an interesting one. First time the Cup Series are actually going to be on the Super Speedway at Daytona, but of course, this is a exhibition race. It's just for fun. No points on the line. But some burps might be, so we'll just see how things turn out. But with that being said, let's give you a starting grid for this race. So on the pole for this one is the Felix Boxer, alongside second is Clint Boyer, third is Brad Gazowski, fourth is Gridrin, fifth is Ryan Blaney, sixth is Joe Logano, seventh is Kurt Busch, eighth is Brady Strip, ninth is Steve Sully, 10th is Kyle Busch, 11th is Kyle Larson, 12th is William Byron, 13th is Kevin Harvick, 14th is Eric Garola, 15th is Christian Bowe, 16th is Douglas, 17th is Tyler Reddick, 18th is Ben Kogias, 19th is Denny Hamlin, 20th is Martin Truex Jr., 21st is Fronito Bombin, 22nd is Matt DiBenedetto, 23rd is Tim Tom, 24th is Oliver, 25th is Jimmy Johnson, 26th is Ryan Newman, and 27th is Mr. Lay's brother. Yeah, so a pretty stacked Clash field this year. So, like I said, this field is being made up of playoff drivers from last year, which there's quite a few. Well, all of them are here. And you've also got the race winners from last year. That explains why Mr. Lay's brother is in this race, because he won a stupid race last year at the second to last race of the season at the Old Spice Speedway. Luckily, we'll be going back there for the season. I'm just going to say it right now. Both got some previously done 500 winners, being Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Newman. And of course, you have winners from last year and this year. So, quite a few drivers from various different ways of getting here, but all 27 of them have come together for this one race. It's gonna be a fun one, I can promise you that. So first time we've seen the Skittles Cup Series on the Daytona Super Speedway of the season, of course. Duh. Yeah, so this is actually gonna be the third. Well, I say third Super Speedway race. It's like the third. You know, it's not really like the third race. So that one is going to be going to the Daytona 500. No, that's like, it's a special race. All right, it's not part of the season. It's just a bit of fun. I mean, it is part of the season, but it's not like points. You know what I mean. Also got some new for 2021 paint schemes going to be debuting in this race. Anyway, so as Clint Boyer and the Felix Boxer lead them off, and wait for it. Green flag is in the air for the Clash at Daytona. Alright, a bit of a slow start, but that's probably normal. As Clint Boyer now out to a bit of a lead. And Gridrin is well up here now. Yeah. Let's see a couple guys in here that, you know, you might remember did some interesting things a few days ago back in qualifying. Of course, for this race, you know, the qualifying positions were just randomized, but it's part of the fun in a way. Anyway, Clint Boyer was starting to pole. That's going to lead the opening lap here at Daytona, although Joey Logano going to go beneath Gridrin. Try to take a spot away from him. The field's already getting dicey. Clint Boyer, though, not letting up easily. Here comes Joey Logano. Yeah. And Logano's going to throw him. Nope. Here comes Percy Serp, who just got beat out by Eric Jones to win the Daytona 500 pole. Fun fact. Eric Jones, however, not in this race, as he hasn't done anything else to be eligible for this race, but maybe next year. Actually, Eric Jones might be eligible for next year's race after winning the pole for this year's one. Percy, though, going to dart beneath Clint Boyer. Boyer actually led the first laps of the race, but Percy Serp has now taken the lead. Chase Elliott getting up here as well. And William Byron. Okay, Chase Elliott and William Byron really helping out each other. These two actually got a bit of practice already in the IROC race a couple days ago. They get to put their skills to practice yet again. This is actually the second of 4 races here on the Daytona Super Speedway for Chase Elliott and William Byron this speed weeks. Percy though going to hold his ground for this bit here. Chase Elliott still sticking with. Oh! He trying to stay with Percy, but William Byron, however, gonna shut the door on Chase Elliott. And William Byron up to second. How long can I keep it though? And there he goes beneath Percy Serp. And William Byron up to third. I mean, up to first. I mean, excuse me. Let's got Christopher Bell now in here. Oh, Chase Elliott just ripped the wall a little bit. But William Byron holding his position. Perzup though, actually getting a little bit of a distance with William Byron ahead of this pack. Can we see these two try some tandem drafting? No, Perzup, he's just gonna say goodbye, William Byron. I'm just gonna just go right on through. And Perzup now up to up to first at Daytona in the Clash. Here comes Christopher Bell, who made it into this race by winning at Willow Springs, the season opener. Hasn't really done much since, but he's trying to make a bit of a comeback in something. I mean, even if he wins this race, it won't really count towards anything, but at least it'll be something. You know what I mean? Bank Coach is now up here. Actually too wide for a couple first rows. And Christopher Bell gets a bit of a run now and now takes the lead. Bank Coaches, however, Big Curious trying to look for the lead. But Bell's just doing him. Ooh, Bank Coaches though gonna get squeezed in the middle. Here comes Clint Boyer, who's starting the pole for this race, already back up to second now. You know, Boyer, he made it into this race by winning quite recently at the... Well, I say recently, it was a few races ago at the Pensacola Super Speedway. But you know how that goes. Anyway. So Boyer up to second. So we got a Toyota, a Ford, and a Chevy in top 3. And Chase Elliott's here as well, trying to make something happen. As Perzup going to try to go beneath Chase Elliott. Oh, but Elliott's just doing him. Chase Elliott not letting up. Meanwhile, in front, Christopher Bell, the rookie, still trying to stay in front of these guys. And Bank Coaches goes beneath Clint Boyer, and we'll gain a spot on him. And Bank Coach up to second. Might have the lead in just a second if he can get around Christopher Bell. Bell has actually led a few laps now. Perzup, though, he's not slowing down. I hear some scraping the wall, I think so. No caution, though. Here comes Freund Bobbin, who was quite a ways back in the field, now up here. Christopher Bell, though, he's led for a little while now. It's a little while, though, so we're not going to get too excited just yet. We still have quite a ways to go in this race. Here comes Flying Bombin. And Pruserp. There he goes beneath Christopher Bell. And Pruserp in the lead. Pruserp actually trying to put his super speedway experience to good use. You know, he won at Orlando. Yeah, Pruserp, he's no loser. He can win. But here's Flying Bombin, who hasn't done too much winning this year, surprisingly. But Flying Bombin, he's going to try to change that. Here comes Jimmy Johnson, who was really slow, I should mention, in qualifying, you know, for the Daytona 500 a couple days ago. In fact, in case you didn't know, if you don't know, then what are you doing? Jimmy Johnson actually qualified the slowest out of every single driver that qualified for the Daytona 500. That's right, Jimmy Johnson was the slowest. Like, the slowest. It wasn't even a well, okay, it was a bit of a contest, but he was just the worst of them all. Tyler Reddick up here as well. Tyler Reddick in this race by way of his win at Five Flags Speedway. And of course, Flying Bombin in this race by way of doing everything there is to do. I mean, he did everything. He did just a ton of things last year. He hasn't done much this year, though, but still worthy of a Clash appearances. Tyler Reddick now in the lead. Now, I should say, it's not every day that you see rookies in the Clash. Last time we saw a rookie in the Clash was Daniel Suarez in 2017. And that was he only got in because Carl Edwards retired at the last second. So, you know. Although with the way that the schedule is this year, you know, and the way that we allowed for this season, you know, winners from this season can make it in. And just think, Russell David could have also been in this race if he had won a race this year. Well, so far. You know, the Daytona 500 is only the 15th race of the season, so still quite a ways to go. Jimmy Johnson actually doing pretty well. Best he's done all season, actually. It's kind of a shame this race counts towards nothing, because if Jimmy Johnson can finish second, that'd be a lot of points. But, of course, this is an exhibition race, so you can score no points from this race. Like, really, the only thing you get out of this race is bragging rights, which is still a nice thing to have. Kevin Harvick hasn't won a race in recent times that I can remember, but he did make the playoffs last year. And here he goes, trying to go beneath Tyler Reddick to take the lead. And Kevin Harvick now leading in the Clash. And here comes Tim Tom, who's had an abysmal season so far, trying now to win something in this season. Here comes Ryan Newman as well. You know, this is probably gonna be a precursor to what we're gonna see in the duels and the Daytona 500. You know, the thing about Jimmy, he's running up here pretty well. If he can do that in the duel, we can forget all about his slowness in the qualifying. Because qualifying only determines your time position in the duels. If you can have the duels in the race. So, this is practice for some of these guys. Every single driver in this race is going to be in the duels, so it's going to be interesting to see how well they do in that. Some say this is just a glorified test session, and if this were a real race, then yeah, you're probably right. But luckily, this is NROL 2003, where we can do pretty much whatever we want. As Kevin Harvick now holds the lead, and Tim Tom as well, and Ryan Newman. Oh, Ryan Newman actually going beneath Tim Tom. Ryan Newman actually in this race by way of winning a Daytona 500 previously, quite a few years ago now, but it still counts. Ryan Newman, this is the best he's ever looked this year. Kevin Harvick, however, he's not giving up. But we still have quite a ways to go in this race, so it's anyone's game. And Ryan Newman actually going to lose spot to Tim Tom. As Tim Tom now here. And he tucks in behind Ryan Newman. We still have quite a few laps to go, all things considered, so this is anybody's race. As Ryan Newman goes beneath Kevin Harvick. And Ryan Newman about to lead a lap in the clash. Yeah, that's going to make a lot of people happy. Eric NROL up here as well. I'm rolling this race by way of a couple wins, actually. He won at Texas World Speedway earlier this season, and he won at Texas Motor Speedway last season. So Eric NROL, a two-time winner. Well, three-time winner in total in the Skittles Cup Series. As now it goes beneath Ryan Newman. There's actually a bit of space between NROL and Bell, so hey, if Newman wants to tuck in behind NROL, he totally could. Oh, but it might be a little bit too... Ryan Newman actually holding the outside line. Wow. Pretty rare to see the outside lane be the dominant lane, but he's going to lose it out here, so... Dang it. So Newman, he had a shot to squeeze in between Eric NROL and Christopher Bell, but unfortunately, just can't capitalize it soon enough. And here comes Christopher Bell. Trying to win his first bit of something since his last win at Willow Springs. Hey, it's still anyone's game, though. You just can't predict who's going to win. Especially Daytona. Sometimes you can't predict the win until they get to the start-finish line. Here comes Oliver. Oh, Oliver, he tried to go beneath Tyler Reddick, or go beneath Bell, but Tyler Reddick got to that position sooner. So now we have a couple of rookies in first and second. Could this be the first time ever in the clash that a rookie wins the race? Because usually in the clash, it's usually drivers that competed at least in their previous season. Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell, they haven't even completed a full Cup season yet. Here they are, top two in the clash. Oh, but here comes Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney. A couple veterans now getting up here. A few veterans, I mean. I think Ryan Blaney easily in the Cup Series point standings right now. Hamlin going to keep the door shut on Brad Keselowski, and Tyler Reddick going to lead this lap. So we have 4 laps to go. Who will win? Denny Hamlin still there. Denny Hamlin, he didn't win too long ago. His most recent win came at New Smyrna. But who's going to win this race? You know, we talk about previous winners. 3 laps to go. Tyler Reddick, he's held his ground. But can he do it for 3 more laps? I don't know. He's got some pretty tough competition behind him. Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney like they're going to try something. And Ryan Blaney goes beneath Brad Keselowski, your points leader, trying to win the clash. Here comes Kurt Busch. 2 laps to go. Tyler Reddick has kept the lead for this long. But who is going to challenge him? Top 3 goes to the bottom lane. Tyler Reddick doing a really good job of keeping these guys behind him. But he still has a decent amount in this race left to go. Ryan Blaney could always go beneath him. Oh, Kurt Busch is going to go beneath Ryan Blaney. Man, Tyler Reddick doing a really good job of keeping this lead. He just has to hold on for one more lap, as there's one more to go in this race. Can Tyler Reddick hold them off? Gridgen on the inside line. Reddick goes low. He's got a bit of a gap on Gridgen, so Tyler Reddick might be able to predict where Gridgen is going to go if he chooses to go to the bottom lane. Oh, the bottom lane down got a bit of a run. And Ryan Blaney goes beneath Gridgen. That might have just settled the race win. Tyler Reddick, the rookie, still quite new to the NROL Skittles Cup Series. Tyler Reddick will win the 2021 Clash at Daytona. How about that? It's usually a veteran that you see in victory lane in this race. But for this year, it's the rookie of Tyler Reddick. So Reddick, he's now won a couple races this season, being the race at Five Flags Speedway, and now he's won an exhibition race at Daytona. Pretty cool. And Reddick, he led quite a few laps at the end there. It's really not every day that you see a driver lead so many laps at the end. And Reddick, he led them all, and he led them all to the checkered flag and won the day. So you're finishing grid 4. Grid, same thing. Official standings for the Clash at Daytona. We got Tyler Reddick, of course, winning the race with Ryan Blaney comes second, Kurt Busch third, Gridgen fourth, Eric NROL fifth, Matt DiBenedetto sixth, Brad Keselowski seventh, Martin Truex Jr. eighth, Kevin Harvick ninth, Denny Hamlin 10th, Douglas 11th, Christopher Bell 12th, Bank Coach 13th, Kyle Larson 14th, Ryan Newman 15th, Oliver 16th, Tim Tom 17th, The Real Xbox Start 18th, Purdy 19th, Kyle Busch 20th, Floyd Bob 21st, Rizzo Bell 22nd, Clipboard 23rd, William Byron 24th, Jimmy Johnson 25th, Chase 26th, and Joey Logano 27th last in this race. Well, that's it for this week of racing at Daytona. But of course, that's not the end of Speed Weeks. We still got another week of racing. Things are going to be fun for next week. But that concludes it for this week, and that concludes it for the Clash Daytona. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.